What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, and today we've got the Kawasaki ZH2. Speed camera. Oh, this is why. This is why. I assume it's a 60 along here anyway. Nailed it. It's almost like you want to give him a wave. Oh, you've not done me today, sir. This current model is the 2021, but for 2022 they've made no changes apart from bringing in a ZH2 SE variant. The extras on the SE give you a fully adjustable suspension, but like I said, this is the 21. You can adjust the suspension, but it is not adjustable electronically. This video wouldn't be possible without the support to our channel, so thank you very much to Holeshot for lending us their demo bike. We're going to head on down to the Jurassic Coastline, Düsseldorf. We're going to get on the back roads and then we're going to see how these bikes handle. So a couple of the main stats for this bike to be aware of: this bike is not light. It comes in at 238 kilos wet, and when you're moving it from side to side you can feel that initial weight. It does start to go, it does flick, but it's not the lightest bikes. But they do well for hiding the weight, getting the centre of gravity quite low. Next thing is 200 brake horsepower on this machine, which is insane for a super naked. So far, easily the most brake horsepower I've ridden on a super naked, and you definitely can feel it when you start twisting that throttle. We've got 4 rider modes on here. We've got sport, we've got road, rain, and then rider. So far I've had it in sport coming up to here. I've just changed it over into rain just so I can see the throttle response difference. Okay, so just winding it on there from that roundabout. In rain mode, the throttle response is completely different to sport. In sport I would have been doing 100 miles an hour and that front wheel would have been up. Rain mode, it was really nice, gentle power putting me through. In front we have got Zoe on the Z650 RS from Holeshot. If you're interested, her video will be coming out very soon, so make sure you stay tuned and watch that. Watch it or else. Excuse me, you can't park there. So one thing I did notice as soon as I sat on this bike is the seat is quite flat, and it feels quite hard, and I'm not going to lie, I've done a half hour and I can start feeling a bit of ache through my bum. Luckily the seat is big enough for my whole bottom, so the achiness is spread out throughout the whole bum, unlike the 690 which hit the centre. Can you hear that? That's the engine. That's the supercharged whir. So seating position, actually quite comfortable. Knees are at a good bend. The only thing you do notice is I am leant forward slightly, reaching forward for the handlebars. When you accelerate and then come off a throttle, you hear the little chirp from the supercharger, and I'll tell you what, it is pleasant. Nice. So even though this demo bike is the 21 version, Holeshot do have the 2022 models in stock, brand new, good to go. So if you're in the market or you've never ridden this type of bike, get yourself down there, jump on this demo bike, you won't be disappointed. They get up and go, so at the minute I'm now in road, and the get up and go on this, I'll tell you what, she pulls. This bike is rocking the M4 Brembo calipers, and I tell you what, you can definitely feel the stopping power, but it is something that is needed for this bike because Jesus, it is quick. Coming on the bike as standard, you've got the cruise control, which is always good to see, and a quick shifter up and down. This gearbox is buttery smooth. Using the shifter up and down or the clutch doesn't matter, it does exactly what you want it to do. This demo bike has got the performance pack on it, and what do you get for your money extra? Well, straight away the first thing you notice is that exhaust. You've got the Acura can on there. Also included in the performance pack, you've got this seat cowl, colour coded, and then finally you get the little tank pad on the front just to protect the tank from your jacket when you are leaning over. I'm 110 kilos and I am finding the stock suspension set up quite hard. Every little bump on the road I am getting a little bit jostled, so if it was me personally, I will get the suspension set up properly. If the suspension is something that bothers you and you want to be able to change it on the fly, then you are going to look for the 2022 ZH2 SE, as that does come with a fully adjustable electronic suspension. So if it's worth paying the extra cash dollar, then that's the route you're going to have to take. So as you can see, going 30 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour in third gear, and the throttle response is spot on. It's not lurking me forward, jolting me forward, it's smooth. I can keep it at 30, the bike doesn't feel like it's struggling, it wants me to drop down a gear. So far, engine and gearbox are spot on. My only concern with a bike like this and the power that this has, same as the Aprilia, it eggs you on, it wants you to go faster, it wants you to twist it that little bit more. It's just like, come on then, let's go. You just go through the gears, hear the little chirp from the supercharger, and you just twist, and you're gone. There you go, 80 miles an hour. A second later, but the front end does loft a lot. I am finding the front's getting very light. It's a bit unnervy when you then come down and the handlebars are slightly out of cant. Like I said, those brakes. Ooh, yeah. Over that long stretch there, the tarmac was bumping, I was feeling everything through my back. The front kept lofting up in a disconcerting way. It makes you feel like you're going to come down and you're going to go into a tank wobble. It's just something to be mindful when you do start getting on it. I've no doubt if you bought this though, it wouldn't take you long to realise how to ride it properly. Here we go, ladies and gents, dirtle door. But are we free is the question. Motorcycles £1, bicycles, emergency services. Should we go down the front? Once again, like the Aprilia Touareg, I wouldn't say it's the prettiest bike, but it's got some features I do like. It's got the shiny green metallic style paint, nice little touch. Like I said earlier, we've got the Brembos for that stop and power, and I tell you what, A, it's needed, but B, they are really good. We've got the Okropovich slip-on back there, and then a Tampag coming down the middle, and that's for the performance pack. So that's been our little stop off at Dirtle Door. Lovely place, great scenery, but hell of a windy today, and also going down and up that hill was testing, especially with the camera bag. So one thing I am noticing on the left hand side, when I do go to pull the clutch in, my little finger isn't hitting the very tip, so it kind of feels a bit weird. Obviously it's only slow speed and I'm using the clutch, but it does have quick shifter up and down. It's just more annoying than anything. I don't know if you can see it. This ZH2, it does have the performance parts Acura can on it from Kawasaki, so let's start her up and let's do a little sound test. it sounds nice. Quickly go over the handlebars and the switch gears, see what we've got. We've got the passing light and the main beam on the far left hand side. Coming down from that, on the in right hand side, we've got the cruise control, you've got the set and then the up and down as you're going. To deactivate the cruise control, you can rotate the throttle forward or touch any of the brakes and that will deactivate the cruise control. Okay, so looking on the screen here, alright, it's not the biggest screen but it has got all the information you need on it. Just in the middle here, to move that around, flick through the different menus. Okay, on the handlebar on the left hand side at the top arrow, you push that and it will flick through. So we've got the odometer, trip A, trip B, your lean angle. As you can see there, it's activated all the time. And then this has your max lean for your left and your right. And then back to the odometer. Where it's got range underneath there, on the left hand side, push the bottom mode, so the down button, and then that will flick through that page as well. So total time, battery, miles per gallon, and then the average miles per gallon. Finally, in the middle, we've got a little arrow to the right. Alright, if you're going to push that, that will move this top right hand box. So it's got the bike temperature and then the air temperature. So like I said, there are 4 different rider modes. Currently we are in road, and to change the rider mode you can do it whilst you're going along. Just need to make sure you're off the throttle, as you're going to hold up or down on those mode selectors. Up is the top one is going to be sport, and there you go, you won't go anymore. So if you hold it, it doesn't do anything. So then come back down, hold the bottom arrow, there we go, into road, hold it again, into rain. Like I said, a big difference between rain and sport. Hold it again and it will go into rider. In rider you can go through the menus and change the traction control, the ABS, all the other little settings inside. Kawasaki also have a app. You can do it on the app, come back to the bike, and then they'll be activated on the bike without going through the menus. So it's a nice little touch. We'll flick that back to sport. Okay, continuing down, in the middle on the right hand side you've got the reset button. So your trip A, trip B, you can reset that. Underneath that, your indicators, your horns, and then your hazard switch. Moving on to the right hand side, we've got your start switch and your kill switch. And then underneath that is your select button. You're going to hold that and then your menu will open up, and there you go. Okay, so to go into the menu on the bike, right hand side, push and hold the select button, that will then activate the different screen. Left hand side, we've got the up and down arrows to flick through. Once you're on the setting you want to go into, on the right hand side you're going to push the select button, and there you go, you can go into it. Same again, up and down with the arrows, push select, and there we go, we've changed the display into mode 2, and then reset button on the left hand side comes back. The screen has changed, so there are 2 screen menus. This is the second one, this is more track orientated. Pushing the left hand button, alright, change it from dark mode to light mode. And then if you see at the top here, like I said, it's more track orientated. You've got your gear, but just to the right of that, that's the throttle. It shows you how much your throttle's open. Push down on the mode selector and then it changes it to BRK, so for brake, shows you how much brake you're applying. Hence why this is the more track orientated screen. This does have a larger lean angle screen as well. But we're going to take it out of that, so hold select, come down, push select again, go into display, push select, up one, select again, and then we go into type 1, which is the original one. Reset goes down, and then we can go through any other settings we want, and that's it. Screen's now back onto the top 1, and this is what I'm going to leave at. So what's my final opinion on this bike? I think it is a hell of a machine. The engine is sublime, the gearbox is beautiful, the seat not so comfortable, ride position is comfortable, so I'm happy with that. Overall though, I think this is way too much of a machine for the road. You ain't going to be able to get the benefit out of this bike unless you start getting this on track. But nowadays people buy bikes like this just to be able to say they've got the bike like this. Coming in, bikes like the Ducati Street Fighter, 200 brake horsepower on a naked bike is absolutely insane. I think for the price value, this is good money for the bike. Personally, I just think it's too much for the road. But it is amazing. If you've not done so already, book yourself a test ride on one of these bikes. And there we go, ladies and gents, this has been my riding review for the Kawasaki ZH2 2122 model. If you've enjoyed this video, please make sure you like this video and then head over and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more demo bikes coming your way for 2022. Until the next one, ride safe.